Every morning that I rise, I thank Yahweh that I'm living. Keep my enemies at bay and never leave without my fringes. 1611 with me cause I'm on a mission. Talking cheap, I pay the cost, me and my lines really live it. I don't need no glory, you don't have to know my story. Glad I made it out this world cause this world was never for me. I thought that I was. If it wasn't for the Most High who was on my side, man, ain't no telling where I'd be. Mr. Wilson would've known. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. The Father's been good to me. So good to me. Yeah. Wave your hands if you feel me. I'm a witness. Yahweh's been good to me. So good to me. Every morning that I rise, I thank Yahweh that I'm living. Keep my enemies at bay and never leave without my fringes. 1611 with me cause I'm on a mission. Talking cheap, I pay the cost, me and my lines really live it. I don't need no glory, you don't have to know my story. Glad I made it out this world cause this world was never for me.
Mic check, mic check. All praise to the Most High. Shabbat Shalom, Israel. Shabbat Shalom to the 12. All praise to the Most High. We made it to another Sabbath. All praise to the Most High. We made it to another segment of sound doctrine. Tonight, we are examining Israelite dirty doctrines. Israelite dirty doctrines examined at Deuteronomy 29. Excuse my language. Been whooping y'all ass all week. Deuteronomy 29. I don't know what was going on. Heard a couple of debates. Heard a couple of conversations. I'm like, Deuteronomy 29 is straightforward. I heard one brother explain it what I understood to be fairly proper. But everybody else, I'm like, what is going on? These are the same brothers that want to break down all the prophecies. These are the same brothers that got all of this information on certain religions and certain doctrines and certain histories and certain mysteries and certain precepts. And the Torah got you in a chokehold. Here's why though. Go to Hebrews. Go to Hebrews. Is it Hebrews or is it Isaiah? Let me see. Yes, Hebrews. Hebrews 5. Let's start at verse 12.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
Come on.
Which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with people over and over and over. Brothers be wanting to be so deep and so profound. I'm like, bro, master the basics. Understand the Torah first. So many people struggle with what's written in the law in the Torah. It's mind-boggling. But brothers want to go into the seals. Brothers want to go into eschatology, which is end-time prophecies. Brothers want to go into the different divine prophecies. What is this saying? What is that saying? Brothers want to go into the Greek and the Hebrew and further elaborate. Understand the law first. Understand the Torah first, and everything else will flow. But for whatever reason, a lot of people come into this truth and they get excited with the knowledge first, as opposed to the obedience of the Torah, which is the foundation. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 says, Solomon said, I know everything. When you read Ecclesiastes, he talked about his wisdom. Everything he knew, everything he went through. He said, and through all of that, gave me the very last chapter, the second or third to last verse. He said, and through all of that, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's what Solomon ended all of that with that. Keep the commandments. But in order to keep the commandments, you got to understand the Torah. A lot of people like to brothers don't even know why you're supposed to keep fringes, wear fringes, and not understanding fringes, but you want to jump over to, hey, man, what seal do you think we in? What do you think the mark of the beast is? When you read about the statue in Daniel's vision, what you think that is? You know the 12 parts written in Esdras? Bro, keep the commandments first and foremost. So I listened to a couple of conversations rather, and I was just like, wow. Brothers that are so knowledgeable, missing the foundation. And Deuteronomy 29 been putting Israelites in a headlock all week, giving them full Nelsons, giving them knuckle sandwiches. I'm like, yo, it's not that deep. I promise you, it's not that deep. You just gotta read. You gotta read the scriptures. But nonetheless, I wanted to touch that real quick. Proverbs chapter 4. I wanted to touch that, but now we get to the nitty gritty. Y'all know what it is. The two foundational scriptures of this segment. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2. Read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, and verse 2.
Come on.
For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law.
That's the focus. The good doctrine, the good teaching, the teaching for your salvation is here. Don't forsake the law. And, of course, the faith in Christ. But having faith in Christ is to follow his footsteps. Right? You already know what I want. 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 4.
Second book of Timothy, chapter 4, and verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Come on.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears.
Read.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
And they shall turn their ears away from the sound doctrine, from the law, from understanding the true foundation of the faith, and start wanting to hear other things that more so fulfill their lusts and their desires and their itches, right? Scratching their itches, right? There's a comment that says, so focusing on prophecy is the wrong concern. Some brother from GMS that just said that, right? If people actually heard what I said, I didn't say focusing on prophecy is the wrong thing. I said Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, the whole matter is understanding that. Brothers is focused on Revelation breakdowns. Brothers is focused on Ezekiel breakdowns. Brothers is focused on Second Ezra's breakdowns, but don't understand the law. You're going to break down all of these prophecies and know all of these prophecies, but not be keeping the law. So you know the prophecies, you know when the time is coming, but you didn't realize you didn't prepare yourself for the time to come because you haven't been properly obeying the Most High God. That's what I'm saying. And if brothers are sincerely listening, brothers would understand that, right? Anywho, so sound doctrine is what we should be aspiring to do or to follow, right? Understanding these laws is the foundation. Trying our best to keep the law and the faith in Christ and follow the scriptures as it's supposed to be followed should be principle, should be paramount, right? Now today we're just going into some teachings that I've been seeing as prominent amongst Israel, and it's incorrect. They're not right. They're what you call dirty doctrines, right? First dirty doctrine we getting into, because it's been punching y'all in the mouth all week. All week. Dirty doctrine number 1. Deuteronomy 29. Is it talking about the other nations? Is it talking about Israel? Who are the strangers of Deuteronomy 29 and 12? Let's drop down to verse 12 and read that. Or is it 11? 11. Read verse 11.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 11. Your little ones, your wives, and thy stranger that is in thy camp, from the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water, that thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord thy God, and into his oath, with the Lord thy God maketh with thee this day.
Right. So people are reading this scripture and they're like, yeah, those are Israelites. Some people are reading it and saying, those are actual heathens. Listen. Deuteronomy 29 and 11, and this is why Israelites sometimes be getting punched in the mouth. Intellectually speaking, biblically speaking. Because you try to make everything, oh, the strangers are Israel. No, it's not. So what you saying, Darash, the other nations get salvation? That's not what I'm saying either. Somebody asked me that. They was like, so you saying the other nations can get salvation? I didn't say that. I simply said this verse right here, the stranger is not Israelites. These are heathens. Let's break it down. Let's spend some time and break this one down, because this one was such a big one this week. I said, why not? Let's go through it. Genesis 29. Let's read verses 1 and verses 1 and 2. Let's start there. Let's go.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 29 and verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey.
I'm sorry. Deuteronomy 29. I'm sorry. I'm tweaking. The book of Deuteronomy, stay in Deuteronomy. We read verse 11. We're going to jump up to verse 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1.
Come on.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
With the who?
With the children of Israel.
With the whole mixed multitude there.
With the children of Israel.
Plus the heathens, right?
With the children of Israel.
Read.
In the land of Moab.
Read.
Beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Which was in Sinai, right? He said, I made the Sinai covenant with you guys in Exodus 19 through 24, right? Now I'm making an additional covenant, which really he's not making a new covenant. He's reiterating the prior covenant. And we're going to see, because he did it a little earlier in Deuteronomy. There's nothing here that changed anything. He said, I'm reestablishing this covenant, this agreement with you. But read it from the top. With who?
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
The covenant was made with who?
The children of Israel.
So when we drop down to 11, context in verse 1, he was talking to, he said the covenant that he made with the children of Israel, read.
In the land of Moab.
Come on.
Beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Verse 2.
And Moses called unto all Israel.
Unto who?
Until all Israel.
To all the nations.
Until all
to the
Israel.
whole mixed multitude that was out there with Israel.
Until all Israel.
Called all Israel. Come on.
And said unto them.
Read.
Ye have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh and unto all his servants and unto all his land.
So let's do something, right? He said, I made a covenant that I made beside them as I did in Horeb as well. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 4. We're going to come back here. Deuteronomy chapter 4. We're going to start at verse 1 because we got to read just a tiny bit. We got to read like 10 verses, right? Deuteronomy, we're going to stay in Deuteronomy chapter 4. This was the Horeb covenant. This is important to know, right? Deuteronomy 4, let's start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1.
Come on.
Now therefore hearken, O Israel.
Oh, who?
O Israel.
He's still talking to Israel. We ain't reading about no other nations. Come on.
Unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live.
Read.
And go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you.
These are the statutes and the rules and the judgments for breaking the rules that I'm giving you. Read.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Right.
Neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
Right.
That ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you.
He said, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Don't take away and don't add to it. Read.
Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor.
Come on.
For all the men that follow Baal Peor, the Lord thy God have destroyed them from among you.
Those that were committing idolatry got destroyed. Read.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
All of the ones that didn't follow the ways of the wicked and they clave to the Lord and wasn't serving Baal Peor, you guys didn't get killed. Come on.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So Moses is saying, I taught you laws and statutes and judgments that the Lord taught me and told me to teach you. Right? Read. Now remember, verse 1 said he was talking to who? Who was he talking to, Hezron?
O Israel.
Oh, Israel. Come on. Verse 6.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
What was it? The commandments of the Lord is your wisdom and your understanding and wisdom in the sight of the other nations, the Gentiles. Read on.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who have God so nigh unto them? As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
The children of Israel calling upon them. Read.
And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
Come on.
And lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons, especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb.
Especially the time when y'all stood before the Lord in Horeb. Read.
When the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words.
Come on.
That they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth.
Come on.
And that they may teach their children.
Read.
And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness.
Right.
And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the Lord. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. Only ye heard a voice.
You heard a voice, and that's when you told Moses to go up there because y'all was freaking out about it, children of Israel, right? Watch this.
And he declared unto you his covenant.
His what?
His covenant.
Now remember, chapter 29 is talking about the covenant that was made. So he declared his covenant at Horeb. He declared his covenant in Sinai. This is the covenant. Read it.
Which he commanded you to perform.
What was that?
Even 10 commandments.
The 10 commandments is the covenant. The tables of the covenant. Who was the 10 commandments given to?
And he wrote them unto 2 tables of stone.
Read.
And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it.
That ye may do it in the land that you go over to. Who was he taught? The children of Israel did this. So the commandments are the tables of stone, the 10 commandments, that were given to the Israelites. Right? Let's jump back over to 29. Now remember, in chapter 4, the Horeb covenant was given to Israel. He's talking to Israel here. Deuteronomy 29, when we jump back over here, he literally said, children of Israel, come before me. I'm talking to you, children of Israel. Right? Deuteronomy 29. Let's start at verse 1 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
These are the words of the agreement that the Lord spoke to Moses about to speak to the children of Israel. Read.
In the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Right.
And Moses called unto
Now, some people say that means in addition to, so there was another covenant made. Okay, well, let's continue to read. I want to show you something. Read on.
And Moses called unto all Israel.
Called who?
all Israel.
All the Israelites, which is a bloodline. All the Israelites, come on.
And said unto them, Ye have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants,
Come on.
and unto all his land.
Come on.
The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles. Yet the Lord have not given you an heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day.
Read.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness.
He's still talking to the children of Israel. I led you, children of Israel, 40 years in the wilderness. Well, the multitude was amongst them. Yeah, but God ain't talking about them. He's talking directly to Israel. Are there other people around? Absolutely. But I'm not addressing the other people. I'm addressing my children right now. The other people are just there listening. Oh, yeah, he did do that to the children of Israel. You're right. You're right. Yeah, your Lord, the Lord your God did actually do that. Verse 1 and 2 says, I'm speaking directly to Israel. All of this that's being said right now is talking to the children of Israel. Read.
Your clothes are not waxing old upon you.
Come on.
And thy shoe is not waxing old upon thy foot.
Come on.
Ye have not eaten bread, neither have ye drunk wine or strong drink.
Come on.
That ye might know that I am the Lord your God.
Come on.
And when ye came unto this place, Sihon, the king of Heshbon, the Og, the king of Bashan,
Come on.
came out against us unto battle, and we smote them.
So he's giving a little history on how we got certain lands, right? Verse 8.
And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites and the Gadites and half the tribe of Manasseh.
And half the tribe of Manasseh. I think that's the east side, but, you know, we only rep the west side of Manasseh. But nonetheless, verse 9.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant.
Keep therefore the words of this agreement, this covenant. Where did he specify? Matter of fact, read on.
And do them.
And do what? We read 1 through 9. What did he say we needed to do? He's reiterating the actual covenant, which is the laws. Keep and obey my laws. That's the covenant. The 2 tables of stone, the commandments, is the covenant. Who was that given to? We just read it in Deuteronomy 4. Israel. Read on.
That ye may prosper in all that ye do.
Wait, hold on. Wait. That ye may do what?
That ye may prosper in all that ye do.
Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. Read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Talking to the children of Israel. Watch this. Go to Joshua chapter 1. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8.
This is the book of Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then shalt thou make thy way prosperous.
Come on.
And then thou shalt have good success.
Read Joshua 1 and 2.
Chapter 1, verse 2. Moses, my servant, is dead.
Right.
Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people.
Come on.
Unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel.
Even to who?
The children of Israel.
One more time for the people in the back.
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel. Now, remember, Deuteronomy 29, it says, keep therefore the words of my covenant and do them that thou mayest prosper in all that ye do. Well, what is the words of the covenant? Keep my commandments, be blessed. Meditate on my commandments, be blessed. Don't do it and be cursed. Deuteronomy 28:1. Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8 said, keep my laws, for then you shall make your ways prosperous. Then shall you have good success. Okay, let's go back over to Deuteronomy 29. Start at verse 9. Deuteronomy 29:9. And we're going to read on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 9.
Read.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do.
Come on.
Ye stand this day, all of you, before the Lord your God.
Read.
So
he said, I'm talking to all of Israel right now. I said it earlier on. He said, now, everybody. So I addressed the children of Israel. And now he's saying, here is everyone that is listening. Here is everyone that's right here to witness this. Read.
Your captains of your tribes, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Israel.
With all the men of Israel. These are all the people that are standing here as I'm talking to Israel. Read.
Your little ones, your wives.
What else?
And thy stranger that is in thine camp.
So all Israel's there, and that's who I'm addressing. But here, you got the elders there, the kids there, the strangers there, the moms there. Everybody's right there as I'm talking to Israel as witnesses. Read.
From the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water.
Read.
That thou shouldest enter into the covenant.
That thou shouldest enter into covenant. Who is he talking to? Go back to verse 1.
Verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
With who?
The children of Israel.
Read verse 12 again.
Verse 12. That thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord
Read
thy
verse
God.
1 more time.
Verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the
The
Lord,
words of the covenant that was made in verse 12 when you entered into the covenant. Who is it made with? Verse 1. Come on.
which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Verse 12 is talking about verse 1. He gave a little history, a little rundown. He said, here are all the witnesses right here that ye may enter into covenant. What covenant? The one we read about in verse 1. These people are doing nothing more than witnessing what is being expressed, but we're going to prove it even further in the scriptures. Start at verse 11 and read. Start at the top of verse 12.
Verse 12. That thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord thy God, and into his oath, which the Lord thy God maketh with thee this day, that he may establish thee today.
But before we get there, I want to put it into perspective, right? Me and Hezron having a conversation, right? Me and Hezron having a disagreement. And I say, you know what? Hey, y'all come over here real quick. Me and Hezron is having a conversation. I'm talking to Hezron and telling him he wrong about da-da-da. He like, no, you wrong about da-da. I said, let's make a bet. Let's make a wager. He says, okay, let's make a wager. I said, boom, 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 then boom, boom, boom. Then you owe me in this wager. Now, Rakab, Kanak, Malachiah, Bishop Banayah, Tazayawan, ye all stand here today that you may enter this wager with me. Did I just make a bet with all of them? I made a bet with who? The man I was talking to. You're just witnessing. That's it. That's it. So the Lord said, children of Israel, I'm talking to y'all. Other nations was like, ooh, what they talking about? Let me hear. Moses broke down what the Lord told him. And he said, now, look who's here. Your heathens, the little ones, the old ones, the men, everybody here to witness the agreement I just made with you. Everyone here that you may enter into. It's basically saying that they saw the agreement that I just made with you. They are a witness. How do we know this? Verse 13. Come on.
Verse 13. That he may establish thee today for a people unto
that he may establish thee as a people unto himself. Come on.
And that he may be unto thee a God, as he have said unto thee.
Who he swear to? Come on.
And as he have sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham.
To who?
To Abraham.
1.
To Isaac.
2.
And to Jacob.
To who?
Jacob.
He swore it unto Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. Now, if they just said Abraham, then, boy, we'd have a tough time just defending that. But he said from Abraham to his chosen son, which was Isaac. Isaac had 2 sons to his chosen son, which was Jacob. Oh, but up there it said that no, it's saying the heathens were there as a witness. How do we know? Because verse 1 and 2. Verse 1 and 2 tells you who the Lord was talking to. I want to enter into a, watch this. Verse 1, these are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make. The covenant to be made with the mixed multitude. Oh, wait, no, that's not what it says. To make the covenant with the children of Israel. To make with the covenant. To the covenant to make with the children of Israel. Now, remember what it said. What is the covenant? I'm going to establish you this day for a people unto myself, as I promised your forefathers. Deuteronomy, let's stay in Deuteronomy. Let's jump back to chapter 7. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. 7. We'll get there in a minute. We're on 7 right now. Watch this. Let me see if I can find it. This all goes. Let's just read verse 1 real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Gergesites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Now, in context, if you know what's going on, he's telling you these are the people that Israel was stepping in to take over their land. The Israelites. We read that all through Deuteronomy when they was scared because they was like, oh, these dudes is huge. Joshua and Caleb said, man, we could take them. We got the Lord on our side. It's all talking about Israel, right? Verse 6. So it says, don't marry them, because they're going to turn your heart away from me, so on and so forth. Verse 6.
Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Talking about the children of Israel. Come on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
To be a special people, read.
Unto himself.
Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You will be the greatest people above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. Verse 7.
Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Read.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
Now, if you go back and you read the history of this, you see how when we stepped into the nation of, when we stepped into Egypt, we were only like 75 deep. We were a small village, if you will, the children of Israel, right? Verse 8.
But because the Lord loved you.
Read.
And because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers.
Which he made a promise to your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
Have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand.
Read.
And redeemed you.
Brought you out with a mighty hand. Read.
And redeemed
and
you.
And did what?
And redeemed
and
you.
And saved you. He's talking to the people he saved. He didn't save the other nations that came out with us. The other nations said, shoot, I see your God messing up our gods and our Pharaoh. Gee, can we cleave to y'all, please? Y'all, we see your God is real. We here with it. Y'all wasn't the ones being oppressed that needed redemption. The Lord our God redeemed Israel. You read that in Exodus, bro. Read on.
And redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Right. So he said, because I made a promise and my goal was to redeem you, save you out of your oppressor's hand. That's Israel. A chosen people unto himself. That's Israel. But watch this. I'm going to further prove it. Watch this. Just say I don't think I'm making it up, right? Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 14. Deuteronomy 14. Let me show you something. Let's go to another one. Deuteronomy 14. Let's start at 1. We're going to read down to 3. And then we're going to drop down. Deuteronomy 14. Start at verse 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Come on.
Ye are the children of the Lord your God.
Come on.
Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead.
So here's some rules I'm laying out, because you are the children of the Lord your God. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
It didn't say just the nation of Israel right there. Okay, but I'm going to show you something. We keep it in context, right? For thou art an holy people unto the Lord your God. Read.
And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself.
Now remember in Deuteronomy 29 and 13, establish you as a people unto himself. We're seeing it again. We saw it in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. We see it here again, that the Lord will choose you to be a peculiar or a special people unto himself. Read.
Above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Verse 3.
Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing.
So he's talking to a specific group of people. Well, that's all. That could be talking about any of the nations. It didn't say the children of Israel. Drop down. Let's get some context. Verse 21.
Verse 21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
So he's talking to a specific group of people. How do we know? Next part.
thou shalt give it unto the stranger.
Give it to who?
The stranger.
So clearly he's making a separation between the holy and the not so holy. So verses 1 through 3, he's talking to them and saying, I'm laying out these laws. And as a matter of fact, drop down a little bit. Let me give you a specific law. You can't eat these things, but you can give it to them because they're not a holy people special unto myself. I hope this is clicking. I hope I'm connecting the dots. I don't know, but I'm hoping, right? Deuteronomy 28. Let's read verse 1 again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Come on.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Come on.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Talking to the children of Israel. Come on.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Come on.
Above all nations of the earth.
Read.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Drop down to verse 9.
Verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself.
Read that again.
The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself.
We saw it in Deuteronomy 29. All of these people were standing there while I made a covenant, verse 1 and 2, with the children of Israel to establish them as a people unto myself. Well, that could be talking about everybody. Okay, Deuteronomy 7 and 6 says otherwise. Deuteronomy 14 says otherwise. Deuteronomy 28, 1, now we drop down to verse 9 to get the context, says otherwise. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 11. Jeremiah chapter 11. Jeremiah chapter 11. Let's start at verse 1.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, and verse 1.
Come on.
The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, and speak unto the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Let's talk about southern kingdom because the northern kingdom was already captured at this time. Read.
And say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel.
Read.
Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant.
To the children of who? I'm sorry, this is the Lord of who? The top of verse 3.
And say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel.
The Lord God of Israel, if what? Read on.
Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant.
What's the covenant? The laws that were given. Right? Read on.
Which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace.
From the what?
From the iron furnace.
The other nations were not in an iron furnace then. They were not oppressed. Israel was oppressed in this time. Read on.
Saying, Obey my voice and do them according to all which I command you. So shall ye be my people.
Shall be what?
So shall ye be my people.
And what?
And I will be your God.
And I will be your God. Read.
That I may perform the oath which I have sworn unto your fathers.
Unto your fathers again. Read.
To give them a land flowing with milk and honey.
Flowing with milk and honey. Read.
As it is this day. Then answered I and said, So be it, O Lord.
Amen, Yahweh. Again, the covenant I made with your forefathers to give them this land. Who did he promise to give the land to? I mean, it was distributed unto the different tribes, if I'm not mistaken. So the agreement was made with the children of Israel. Amos chapter 3. Amos chapter 3. Amos chapter 3. Watch this. Because I heard a couple of people try to break it down and say, yeah, this is talking about Israelites. I heard one brother talk about it was a class system of Israelites. I'm like, it's not. It's not that deep. I promise it's not that deep. Let's deal with what the scriptures say. Let's put it in its proper context. This is what we're doing right now. 3 and 2. Chapter 3 and verse 2. 1 through 2, 3 and 1.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come on.
Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Come on.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
Again, we talk about the people we brought up from the land of Egypt again. The children of Israel. Why am I saying that? Because we read about, oh, the peculiar people unto himself. Well, he always couples that. Not always. A number of times when he's talking about it, he couples it with those that I pulled from the land of Egypt, redeemed from the land of Egypt, from their oppression, from the iron furnace, and so on. This ain't talking about those that ran out with us because they seen us beating up on their gods. It's talking about those that were actually saved and redeemed out of Egypt. That's Israelites. Watch this. Listen to what I'm telling you, children of Israel, as I speak against you. What is he going to say? Come on.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Out of everybody in the world, the universe, this is way after the covenant was made with the other nations in Deuteronomy 29. He says, out of everybody in the world, I've only known you, Israel. Read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
All of your iniquities, all of your transgressions of the covenant, which were the 2 tables of stone, which were the 10 commandments. Deuteronomy 29, right? The other the nation where it says the strangers there, it is talking about the actual literal strangers, the other nations. Is it saying that they enter into the covenant? Some people say, well, that means the strangers was just taking oath to the covenant with Israel. No, it's not saying that. That's not what it's saying. The law was not handed over to them. It wasn't. The covenant was not made with them. Verse 1 and 2 showed you that. What it's saying is these are your witnesses that you are entering this covenant. It doesn't say witness there. Read the context. All of these people stand before me, but I'm talking to verse 1 and 2, the children of Israel. All of your people right here are here that you may enter in covenant. It's saying that they may witness you enter into the covenant. It's not that deep. That you may be a people unto me. Well, we see a number of scriptures that show who is a people unto the Lord. Deuteronomy 29 is not that deep. It's not. Oh, well, but did he not make the covenant with Abraham? He absolutely did. I will bless them that bless thee. I will curse them that curse thee. That's cool. That don't say nothing about salvation. That don't say nothing about the kingdom. As a matter of fact, Romans 9. Verse 3.
This is the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 3.
Watch this.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren.
For my brethren,
my kinsmen.
Hold it, my kinsmen, my family, my people, according to what?
According to the flesh.
My physical race of people, my bloodline family. Read, who are what?
Who are Israelites.
Who are who?
Who are Israelites.
The sons of Israel. Ban Yasharallah. Read.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
The adoption means the choosing. When a nation was adopted, when the Gentiles were adopted, this Gentiles, talking about the Israelites that were adopted. Read.
And the glory.
And the glory that is supposed to be received from the Most High that only was given to Israel. What else?
And the covenants.
And the who?
And the covenants.
Wait, but we was just talking about the covenants. The covenant of Sinai, the covenant at Moab, the covenant that Christ made. All of these different covenants pertain to Israel. It says it right here in Romans 9. Read.
And the covenants. And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law, as we read earlier. Again, read.
And the service of God.
And the ones who are supposed to be serving the Lord and ministering to the Lord. Read.
And the promises.
And all of the promises. The promise of everlasting life. The promises of the blessing and the cursings. All of that good stuff. Read.
Who are the fathers?
Who are what?
Whose are the fathers?
So, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Israel is the fathers. Read.
And of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
Pursuant to Acts chapter 5. Christ came for the Israelites. Deuteronomy 29 is telling you that a covenant was made with Israel in the presence of the men, the women, the children, and the heathen. That the Israelites may enter into the bond. Excuse me, it doesn't say bond. Let me not add that. That Israel may enter into covenant with the Father and be a people unto him. Right? We read that in Genesis. Damn, you in the spirit. Go to Genesis 17. Genesis 17. I want to show you something. Genesis 17. I think it's Genesis 17 or 12. We're about to find out right now. all you got to do. You know, reading is fundamental. Genesis, Salakia. Let me double check. I don't want that one. Let me see. Yes, but no. Actually, yes. Let's read verse 7, and then we're going to drop down. This is the chapter. Come on.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 17, and verse 7.
Come on.
And I will establish my covenant between me and thee.
What? I'm going to establish my covenant. Because people will be like, you made the covenant with Abraham. I will bless them to bless thee. Let's talk about the covenant directly. I will establish my covenant right now with you. Read.
And thy seed.
And your seed, your posterity, your children, your bloodline. Read.
After thee and their generations.
For how long?
For an everlasting covenant.
Forever. Come on.
To be a God unto thee. And to thy seed after thee.
See, that's all nations. We going to see. Come on.
And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger.
The land where you will be a stranger, right? Or that you're a stranger right now, because Abraham did travel through this land. Read.
All the land of Canaan.
All the land of... Who was given the land of Canaan? Because it wasn't the heathen. He didn't say, other nations, I will give you the land of... He said, Israel, I'm going to give... Let's come on. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading.
For an everlasting possession.
For a forever possession until y'all screwed up and got us kicked out. Come on.
And I will be their God.
I will be their God. Watch this. Drop down to verse 19.
Verse 19. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed.
Come on.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac.
You will call his name Isaac. Watch. This is the important part. Read.
And I will establish my covenant.
I will establish my what?
I will establish my covenant.
The covenant wasn't going to Ishmael. telling. Read on. I'm sorry. Read on.
With him for an everlasting covenant.
The covenant was not established with the other name. It was established directly with Isaac. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
And with his seed after him.
And with his seed. Well, you had 2 sons. Okay, but as we continue to read on in Genesis 25, we're going to see he's only talking about with one. Read on.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him.
So Ishmael got blessed. That's not with the kingdom. But Ishmael got blessed. Come on.
And will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly.
Come on.
12 prince shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
His blessing is he was created to be a great nation. But, read.
But my covenant.
The covenant. We talking about the same covenant. But my covenant, what?
Will I establish.
With who?
With Isaac.
With Isaac. My covenant I will establish with Isaac. And then eventually Jacob. Deuteronomy 29 is simply saying all of these people are standing here before you, children of Israel, that I am making the covenant that you guys may step into this covenant. These people are the strangers and everyone else are witnesses to the conversation I'm having with Israel right now. That's it. So it's talking about the literal strangers. It's not saying they're going to take hold of the covenant. It's not saying that they're going to enter into the covenant as servants. It's not saying none of that. They're just standing there as witnesses as the Lord speaks to the children of Israel, as stated in verse 1 and 2, that the children of Israel may enter into covenant. That's it. That's it. That's simple. And we've seen it precept upon precept. Stop letting these. Look, these Christian apologetics are transforming. These Christian apologetics are evolving, right? Or apologists, excuse me. These Christian apologists, they're evolving, bro. Israelites, y'all gotta be on y'all game, or these apologists gonna slice you up. I done seen a couple Israelites done struggled with some apologists, and I done seen some Israelites that done got outright beat up by some apologists. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, yeesh. Now you got them 2014 breakdowns, bro. We 11 years in the future. You gotta get your study up. Hopefully Deuteronomy 29 is a little cleared up right now. I think it was made fairly clear. Lord's will it was. We spent about 45 minutes on it. I hope I cleared it up. Deuteronomy 29 is simply saying your men, your women, your children, your strangers are standing here right now as I make the covenant with you, children of Israel, as reiterated in verses 1 and 2, that you may enter in the covenant, and I may be your God, you may be my people, as I said in Deuteronomy 14, Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 4, Genesis 17, Amos chapter 3, Ezekiel 11, Jeremiah 11, as I said all through the scriptures, Romans 9, because it tells you specifically that the covenant pertains to only Israel. It's not that deep. I promise you it's not that deep. Please, Israelites, stop trying to force Israel to be everything. Let's understand the scriptures and read it for what it is. I heard one brother, I didn't necessarily like the way he completely broke it down, but that was only one person that I heard that broke it down, and I'm like, that's exactly right. Everybody else, y'all out here punching bags, bro. Y'all some punching bags. Tighten up. Tighten up, Israel. Here's another one. I just heard this one of some brothers, some of my good brothers. We got a kick out of this, bro. If ever you wanted to talk about the idiocy of Israelites, this would be one of those doctrines. Now, we talk about how brothers have this hatred towards sisters. Brothers have this, there's even like a He-Man Woman's Hater Club in Israel. Why people actually say, oh, these Israelites are misogynistic. Some of these brothers got mommy issues, all of that, right? If ever there was a doctrine to prove that, it would be this one. In the case of the adultery of King David, well, it was Bathsheba's fault too. Now, did Bathsheba lie with him? Yes. But the breakdown was Bathsheba knew King David came outside every day at that time to look over his balcony, and she chose to sit there and bathe in her yard, which that's what they did. They used to bathe in their garden at that particular time, knowing his window was right there. It's her fault too. Well, if indeed it was her fault too, I feel like the Lord would have definitely laid some blame directly to her. Let's read what the scriptures say about this situation. 2 Samuel chapter 11. 2 Samuel 11. Let's start at verse 1. This was amazing to me. And this is where people get, yeah, you Israelites, y'all just hate us sisters. Y'all think we the scum of the earth. I couldn't believe when I heard this. I was like, this is a new level of stupid, of sottish. 11 and 1.
It's the second book of Samuel, chapter 11, and verse 1. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when the kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem.
So David's here in Jerusalem as everyone is going to war and beating up on the Ammonites, right? Read.
And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed.
So it came to pass that it was evening, or going into like full-blown evening. It's probably like 5, 6 p.m. It's kind of getting dark. The sun's starting to set. Evening tide, right? David gets up. Come on.
And walked upon the roof of the king's house.
And he walked across his roof, which oversees the city. Read.
And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
Come on.
And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah, the Hittite?
It's verse 4 before we get into it. Verse 4.
And David sent messengers and took her. And
stop. And David sent messengers and took her. Read verse 3 again.
And David, verse 3. And David sent and inquired.
David did what?
David sent and inquired.
One more time.
David sent and inquired.
How can you sit there and say, well, that sister was, you really think she didn't realize around what time David always went out there? You really think, she didn't recognize he was going out there. She went out there to take a shower, had them yams out. She knew she was bad. She knew David went out of his way as a righteous leader of a man, the king, and inquired of her. And then his servant said, oh, that's Uriah's wife. And David, on some nigga stuff, said, hey, tell her come here. I just want to talk to her. This is a woman. It didn't say that she was the most righteous. It didn't say she had that Abigail or Judith spirit. The king just called her. Well, hell, I'm going to go. Because if I don't, you feel me? Anything can happen. I ain't going to tell the king no. She go to the king. It doesn't say she was coerced. She probably was willing. But who called her to pull up? Who called her to pull up? Who called her to pull up? David. David called her to pull up. Look, I see yams walking down the street. I see yams at my job. It's up to me if I'm going to call her to pull up. I done see beautiful sisters walk by. I'm like, oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's gorgeous. And I can go on about my way. It's been sisters that have flirted with me at work. I'm like, I appreciate you. Thank you. And kept it pushing. I didn't say, oh, yeah, hey, matter of fact, hey, let me go and get your number real quick. I kept it pushing. David saw her bathing. Let's say she did. She was out there on purpose. David walking across, he said, hey, come here. Whose house is that? Oh, that's let me go check. Boom, come back. Oh, that's Uriah's house. Who that in the back? Who's that bathing? Oh, that's his wife. Immediately, it should have been, that's wrong. Oh, you caused him to stumble. David is a righteous leader. She wasn't bathing and she wasn't looking back like, ooh, David. You don't see that. You don't read that. So how could you blame the woman in this situation to try to take away? I'm not taking away from David, but you are trying to like say that, well, it wasn't necessarily his fault she failed. It was her fault. His fault he failed. It was her fault he failed. No, it's not. This grown man who knows let me show you how I know David knew the law. Go to Deuteronomy 17. Let me show you something. Go to Deuteronomy 17. Let me see if it's 17 or 18. Let me see. It's Deuteronomy 17. Read 15 first. Deuteronomy 17 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
So the Lord thy God is going to choose your king. You shall set a king, and I'm going to just summarize it. That needs to be your people, not a stranger, not of any other nation, but your own. Verse 18. Watch this as a king. Read this. Verse 18.
Verse 18. And it shall be when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom.
As a king, he shall what?
That he shall write him a copy of this law in a book.
He shall do what?
Write him a copy of this law in a book.
David had to literally scribe the whole law. Read.
Out of that which is before the priests, the Levites.
Read.
And it shall be with him.
Read.
And he shall read therein all the days of his life.
Read.
That he may learn to fear the Lord his God.
Read.
To keep all the words of this law and these statutes to do them.
David knew the damn law. And you going to try to... She wasn't blameless. Yeah, she wasn't because she lay with him. Absolutely. But to say that she wasn't blameless because she was in her garden or in her yard taking a bath is the same thing. We'll get it in a second. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Brother said she knew David went out on the balcony and she wanted it. I ain't gonna hold you. She wanted it? It's giving predator vibes, bro. It's giving forcer vibes is what I'll call it. It's giving purple flavored drink vibes. I'm just saying. It sounds like you call over a woman and you violate her and you say, well, you knew you wanted it. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that she knew what she was doing, she wanted. It doesn't say any of that. You added. You make assertions and assumptions. Yo. Watch this. I want to show you something. Read 1 Samuel 18. Go to 1 Samuel chapter 18. 1 Samuel chapter 18. I want to show you something. Verse 10.
1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse 10.
Read.
And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul.
Read.
And he prophesied in the midst of the house.
Read.
And David played with his hands.
David played with his hands what? Read.
As at other times.
As what?
As at other times.
Go to 1 Samuel chapter 20.
1 Samuel chapter 20.
Verse 25.
And verse 25. And the king sat upon his seat. As at other times.
As what?
As at other times.
So if David was doing this and this was normal, more than likely, I'm not saying this is an absolute 1,000,000,000% true fact, but more than likely as we read the scriptures, certain things are patterned, right? As at other times. It didn't say David got up at evening tide, as at other times, as was his like manner, as was his habit. It didn't say that. It just said he just happened to get up that day. Oh, but she knew. And then she looked up. She said, oh, David's there. Oh, no, my soap dropped. You niggas are wicked. And to think a group of grown men sat around and said, yeah, this is a good doctrine right here. Yeah, we gonna kill him with this one. All the brothers really gonna love us because we put blame on the sister again. Something's wrong with you. Go get healed. Go to therapy. You have mommy issues. That doctrine is filthy. What? Now let's continue on. 2 Samuel 12. Start at verse 1.
This is the second book of Samuel, chapter 12 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. And the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him and said,
Nathan to David. So the prophet came to King David, read.
And said unto him, there were two men in one city, the rich and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing, save one little ewe lamb.
One little female lamb, come on.
Which he had brought and nourished up.
This man put his all, and listen to the parable is given to explain what had just transpired, right? Nathan said there was a rich man that had a gang of stuff. There was a poor man that had one female lamb, and he poured his all into this one lamb. Read.
And it grew up together with him.
And they grew up together. He nourished this. This was like his pride and joy, his love, his heart. He put everything into this. Read.
And with his children.
Read.
It did eat of his own meat.
And read.
And drank of his own cup.
Come on.
And lay in his bosom.
Come on.
And was unto him as a daughter.
It was like a daughter. This animal was like this with him. Read.
And there came a traveler unto the rich man.
There came a traveler unto the rich dude. Come on.
And he spared to take And he spared to take of his own flock and his own herd.
Come on.
To dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him.
Unto the wayfaring man. So the rich man was like, this all mine, though. I ain't finna get that up. I want to get this man something, but I don't want to give him nothing of mine. Read.
but took the poor man's lamb.
But did what?
But took the poor man's lamb.
So he said, oh, you got a lamb? Hey, go get that for me. And they took the poor man's lamb. Come on.
And dressed it for the man that was come to him.
Come on.
And David's anger was greatly kindled.
He said, this nigga did what? He stole that man's lamb. That man was a poor, hardworking man, and he put his all into that thing, and that nigga just swooped under and stole it from him. Oh, go get this nigga. He about to die. Go get him. He about to die. Nathan, he did what? Oh, we about to make a public example out of him. Read.
Against the man. And he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that have done this thing shall surely die.
Surely die. Read.
And he shall restore the lamb fourfold.
And you gonna give back that plus more. Read.
Because he did this thing.
Read.
And because he had no pity.
And you didn't have the audacity to do it, double down, and didn't care. Watch this cut. Watch this cut. Come on.
And Nathan said to David,
what Nathan say to David?
Thou art the man.
Damn. He said, who did such a thing? We about to kill him. Nathan looked him dead in his eyes and said, my Lord, that's you. You did that. Read.
Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy master's house,
man,
and thy master's wife into thy bosom,
man,
and gave thee the house of Israel.
He said, I gave you everything, bro. Read.
And of Judah.
Read.
And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things.
Watch this.
Wherefore have thou despised the commandment
Why,
of...
David? Who is he? Who are you talking? He's talking to David right now. Why did you, David, despise the commandments? What did he do? Come on.
Despise the commandment of the Lord, to do evil in his sight.
To do evil in his sight. What did he do? Come on.
Thou have killed Uriah.
You killed the man. I didn't physically. You sent him out to die intentionally. You set him up to be. You killed him. Read.
The Hittite with the sword.
And what?
And have taken his wife to be thy wife.
You took his wife. Read.
And have slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon.
Come on.
Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou have despised me.
What did he do to despise him?
And have taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife.
Though you took another man's wife to be your wife. You did it unrighteously. You took her. Again, when we go back and we read the story, David was on his roof. He seen them yams. He got a sweet tooth. He said, who's that? They said, oh, she's married. He said, oh, yeah? Let me talk to her real quick. They did a little more than talking. She got pregnant. He said, damn. Well, can't get found out to be an adulterer. Got to kill her husband. Guilty. This was David's fault. Go to History of Susanna in the Apocrypha. Killed this man and took his wife. Oh, it's her fault. She knew what time he went out there. The Bible don't say that. You're assuming that. You can't prove that. History of Susanna, read verse 21.
The history of Susanna, verse 21. Mm-hmm. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee.
Start at verse 20.
Verse 20. Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us.
Start at verse 19.
Verse 19. Now when the maids were gone forth, the two elders rose up and ran unto her.
So this is talking about the two elders that wanted to violate Susanna. These two elders, while she's at her home, in her house, in her garden, the privacy of her home, you got some perverted elder men knowing she's married and just knew, oh my God, I know I'm so wrong, but oh my God, it feels so right. Then the one caught the other. They said, oh, dang, you see her too? Yeah, I won't tell if you won't tell. Yeah, I ain't going to say nothing. And she sends her maids out. She goes to take a bath in her own garden where these men are. Read.
Saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us.
Don't nobody see us? Come on.
and we are in love with thee.
And we love you. Girl, you so bad. Oh, my God, sister. I know you married, but I just need to taste you. Read.
Therefore, consent unto us.
Consent unto us. Just give it up. Just allow us to get our rocks off with you. Read.
And lie with us.
And lay with us. We don't want to have to take it. Just say you want to do it. Just say you want to do it. You know we elders, right? Read.
If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee.
We will look. Either you lay with us and you give us the permission, because we ain't gonna force ourselves on you. But if you don't, just know we're gonna say we saw you in here with somebody, and you know the penalty for that because you married, girl. But see, these the type of niggas that'll say, look, if she would have gave in LA, she really wanted to do it. That's why she did it. These men tried to coerce this woman. Went into her yard in her privacy. David was looking over the balcony in their yard, their privacy, their garden, their area, watching her bathe. Susanna minding her mother-loving business. These men snuck into her garden. Had it happen, they would have been like, yeah, see, some of these brothers be like, see, that's why you can't trust a woman. Got the elders killed. Got the elders killed. She got the elders killed. Let me stop. They ain't say that. I don't want to think that they would do such a thing. But I do believe if she ended up doing it because she feared for her life, they would have been like, see, she really this is why you can't trust women. They're whores. Because look, she laid with the elders instead of just being put to death. Somehow, some way, this would have been her fault still. Come on, bro. We got to do better. The scriptures show you it was David's fault. David was in violation. Right, Bruce? Susanna knew they was looking. Jesus Christ. These are dirty doctrines. Do not lay when the king who knows the law and knows better and leadership starts at the top and he's held to the higher standard as the nation's leader, you do not have the ability to say, oh, well, it was her fault too. Like, she wasn't completely blameless. The scriptures show you who was held accountable. The scriptures didn't say Susanna looked back and waved at him and clapped 3 times when she jumped in the air. It doesn't say that. From what we read, it doesn't show that she even knew he was watching. He sent people to go figure out who that was and then found out who that was and brought her back. That was all David. Don't point the finger nowhere else. And David understood that because David said, but she was, Lord, you didn't see what. He said, I take that on the chin. You're right. That's me. That's on me. So if he ain't blaming nobody else, why are you blaming somebody else? Mommy issues is real and is real. Let's deal with this next one. It's bill of divorce. Bill of divorce. Because a lot of you wicked niggas is handing them out like candy. Let's talk about what the scriptures say. Deuteronomy 24. Deuteronomy 24. Let's start at verse 1, I think.
Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 1.
Read.
When a man have taken a wife.
When a man marries a woman, come on.
And married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes.
Now he don't like her. Why?
Because he have found some uncleanness in her.
He found out some uncleanness in her. Read.
That then let him write her a bill of divorcement. And give it in her hand. And send her out of his house.
Brothers is just handing these mother lovers out like just for fun. For fun. I done heard so many incidences, and a lot of my brothers bear witness to this. So many situations where they was just handing out I'm tired of arguing with you. Who you telling no? Did you just raise your voice at me? So you gonna sit here and tell me? You gonna sit here and tell me that you too tired to see, you ain't even a virtuous woman. Oh, you done pissed me off. Oh, you ain't trying to give it up to me as much as I want? I done heard stories, bro. Well, I want this woman, and I ain't really a two-woman dude, so. Man, I ain't really even mean to sleep with you like that. I just had too much Hennessy last night. That's you sorry niggas. And you just handing out bill of divorcements for fun. Not taking on the responsibility that you made when you laid down and consummated that marriage. You sorry sacks of dung. Deuteronomy 24:1. Read it one more time.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 1. When a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he have found some uncleanness in her.
Read.
Then let him write her a bill of divorcement.
If some uncleanness was found, read.
And give it in her hand, and send her out of his house.
If some uncleanness was found. That Hebrew word for uncleanness is erva or arawah. H6172. Nakedness of a thing. Indecency. Improper behavior. Exposed or undefended. The actual definition, that's the outline of biblical usage. The actual definition, nudity. Literally, especially of the pudenda, the private area, right? Or figuratively, something disgraceful or a blemish. Nakedness, shame, uncleanness. We all agree that we're striving to follow the Messiah. We all agree that Christ is the way. But for whatever reason, people will take Deuteronomy 24 and their interpretation of it over Christ's interpretation of it. Ain't that crazy? Look, Matthew. Let's go to Matthew chapter 19. Let's understand what's going on. Matthew chapter 19. Verse 9. Nope, we ain't going down the way down there. Start at verse 3.
Verse 3. Excuse me. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, and verse 3.
Come on.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him.
Doing what?
Tempting him.
Testing him, read.
And saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
So they're asking Christ a question. Let's see how well this nigga know the law. He act like he this prolific prophet. This man's he's a swindler. He ain't really the son of God. He don't know. We the scribes and Pharisees, damn it. We teach the law. He don't know the law like us. I got one for him. Watch this. Hey, Yahushai. I got a question for you. Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for any reason? Read on.
And he answered and said unto him, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female?
Read.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
He's explaining, well, don't you remember what the Lord said pertaining to marriage? Read.
Wherefore there are no more twain, but one flesh.
He said they stuck together. Read.
What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
No man can separate what God joined, which is a marriage. The union is a godly thing. So you can't just separate that because a man decided, oh, I can put her away because I'm mad at her or whatever. Read.
They say unto him.
Watch this. Now they double down. Okay, watch it. Okay, this nigga. Okay, you read a little bit. Little nigga, read a little bit. Okay, watch this. Watch what I get him. Oh, yeah, okay, Christ. That make a little sense, but now I got another question. Read.
Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
Notice how they worded it, because they borderline lied on Moses, but they didn't exactly, right? Because they just said, why did Moses say we could put him away for any cause? The first question was, can we do it for any reason? Christ said, a marriage is something God puts together. A man cannot separate that. They didn't say, well, why did Moses say we could put him away for any reason? They said, well, why did Moses say we could put him away? Read.
Verse 8, he saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts.
Moses, because when we talk about the hardness of your heart, when your heart is hardened, it's against God and you're doing wickedly. So Moses, because you guys were doing wicked and evil and dirty things, read.
Suffered you to put away your wives.
You were defiling the marriage bed. You guys were not respecting that which was sacred to the Lord, right? Read.
But from the beginning, it was not so.
He says, so this had to be placed in there because marriage was honorable, but people are doing things that are making marriages not honorable. And so if a marriage is supposed to be without blemish, there's certain things that people are doing that's creating a blemish. So this had to be put in place because some of these things had to be separated because of what y'all was doing. Y'all was defiling what God made holy. But from the beginning, it wasn't supposed to be that. Read.
And I say unto you.
Watch this. Watch Christ do the breakdown on them.
Whosoever shall put away his wife.
Whoever puts away his wife, what?
Except it be for fornication.
Except it be for fornication. Read.
And shall marry another.
Come on.
Committeth adultery.
Come on.
And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, committeth adultery.
Doth commit adultery. A man who puts away a woman and she didn't fornicate and you decide to marry someone else, you as the man are now an adulterer. A man who lays with this woman who has been put away and it wasn't for adultery, you're now an adulterer as well. And the woman's an adulteress. So sisters that be like, my husband, he just ain't treating me right. Sis, first of all, you can't write no bill of divorce. Nowhere in the Bible does it say a woman can write a bill of divorce. As a matter of fact, it's so cold. When you read in 1 Corinthians, it says, let not the husband put away his wife. And then it says, let not the woman leave her husband. You can't put away your husband, but you can separate. You can leave and separate. But if you leave and separate, you must come back to him. You can't be remarried. You can't be with nobody. All through the Bible, if you can show me one scripture where the woman puts away a husband, I'll shut up. But you ain't going to find it. Because the woman can't put away the husband under any circumstances. He was talking to another sister. So what? He committed adultery. That's between him and the Lord, and he's going to have to endure those judgments, but you still are not free. You stuck with that man because you are his possession until the end. That's the facts. Lest you can find me something else in the Bible, because I tell people all the time, the Bible is not written to fulfill your emotions. It is written, the judgments are written according to the righteousness of God. The righteousness of God. It says, unless a woman commits fornication, you can't put her away, right? Now, that Greek word, the actual Greek word for it that Christ was explaining, porneia, which is where the word porn comes from, pornography, right? Literally is fornication. So it needs to be watched, Pornhub, that's fornication hub is what it's called. You're saying I'm involving myself in fornication. Here's the definition. Here's the biblical usage. Adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, intercourse with an animal, intercourse with close relatives, intercourse with unlawfully divorced women, like Christ was talking about here. Metaphorically speaking, it can be idol worship, idolatry, incest, adultery, figuratively idolatry, or fornication. Now, I talk about this all the time. It's not fornication, because here's the thing. You read about fornication in Leviticus 18. If it's not there, it's not fornication. It's not necessarily true. Well, yes, it's not necessarily true. There's levels to fornication, right? If a married woman is sending inappropriate text messages to someone, it's an uncleanness, as the scriptures call it in Deuteronomy 24, but she didn't fornicate. Or she didn't commit adultery. Let me be fair. She didn't commit adultery. But there's a level of infidelity. There's a level of sexual perversion when you do this thing as a married woman. If I decide I want to get married to you, but I find out you were sending naked pictures to such and such, sexting such and such, put your mouth on such and such, and I find that out, that's an uncleanness I've now discovered. And I can put you away for that. That's not everything written in Leviticus 18. But I tell you what, you got a wife, and Lord forbid, she sends inappropriate videos to another man. And she loophole you with, well, technically we didn't do nothing, so it's not, literal fornication. It's not adultery. That's an uncleanness pertaining to Deuteronomy 24. Back then, they probably didn't do that, but, they used to like to dance, to seduce, and all of that stuff. And now, mind you, the things that we see that's okay today, people would have been stoned for back in the day. It was a one-time thing. I didn't even really like him like that. You really that insecure? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess so. And then all of these men being brought up to be like, you need to respect women. And what that looks like is let them run around and be hoes and be okay with it and defend them when they hoeing. No. Brothers will put you away if they found out if you was dancing for another brother. Because if we ever get into it, he gonna be like, hey, that's why I had Judas hip shaking in my face. It's levels to fornication. Because you got to remember, for certain fornication, you was actually stoned. You was put to death. So these are certain things. These are called uncleannesses, right? Now, in that time, around Christ's time, a little before and even during, you had two schools of thoughts. One was the Shammai school. This was a leader. One was Hillel, right? Shammai was the school of thought. It was more liberal. You could put away your wife if she burned your food. You could put away your wife if her breath stunk. You could put away your wife if she sneezed the wrong way. You could put away your wife if you decided to get another wife and you just didn't want to be with that wife. Shammai allowed that. Hillel was more strict. You had to do something very heinous, out of line, out of pocket, disrespectful, wild in order to be put away. You know who followed the Hillel school of thought? Christ. Because he said it out of his own mouth, except it be for fornication. Unless it's fornication, you can't just put her away. You're not allowed to. Except it be for fornication, you cannot put her away. So there was an argument about that in the time. Christ came as the perfect Word of God who put his all in studying and understanding the Word of God and became that perfect teacher for us that we may walk after him. And he explained to you, this is the only time you can divorce someone. You can't divorce no one for nothing else outside of this. So if he said that, who are you niggas in 2025 to say, well, Scripture says if she pisses you off, just write it. Just bill of divorce, bill of divorce, bill of divorce. Stop getting married. There's a lot of brothers that done gave out like 5 bill of divorces already. At some point, you got to realize, nigga, you the problem. 5 of them? 3 of them? Come on, bro. Brothers got to do better. I had a few other dirty doctrines, but we might do a part 2 because I have some other things that I want to touch on. I had actually 2 more topics, but we got class and other stuff in the morning, and I don't want to drag it out too much. We'll double back. We're going to go back into the Torah and the feast days. We ain't done with those yet. And we'll circle back and do another dirty doctrine examine. Deuteronomy 29 was the big one. That's really the reason why I decided to do this. Deuteronomy 29, I hope there was some actual understanding given on that. The bill of divorce and that crazy, muddy, dirty, filthy, abominable doctrine of Bathsheba was at fault too, prior to her laying with David. Israel, we got to do better, bro. We really do. Like I said, we're going to do a part 2. Israel, I pray that you guys continue to strive to reach true righteousness. I pray that you guys continue to strive to really adhere to the books of the law, the righteousness of Christ, and continue to examine your spirit, continue to elevate and abound in the spirit. Let us continue to grow and be better. Christ said to be the light. Allow yourself to be the light. Don't be anything less than a beacon of light, a beacon of righteousness to the people. Y'all already know we got class basically every day. Tomorrow we got Bishop Yaziquel at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, and then Bishop Tizayawan Ariala at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Time, right? Continue to strive in righteousness. If you want boots down in your state, if you want boots down in your city so we can get to the works of the Most High God in righteousness, hit us up on the email, reachus@truenation.org. That is reachus@truenation.org. If brothers got questions, inquisitions, questions about doctrine, questions about marriage, questions about the law, counsel, reach us at truenation.org. If you have questions about becoming a member, if it be on your heart, you want to be a part of a righteous family that truly strive to fear the Most High God in righteousness and sincerity and in truth, reach us at truenation.org. Tomorrow, Bishop, what did I say? Salakia. That was tonight. Bishop T at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. I'm sorry, family. It's been a long week. Salakia. All praise to the Most High God, Israel. We love y'all. We thank y'all for continuously tuning in. Y'all already know that I be pissing people off with my takes on a lot of things, but y'all also already know I don't care, because at the end of the day, my job is to warn the sheep, teach the sheep, feed the sheep, and get the sheep away from these ravening wolves. So Israel, y'all continue to strive for righteousness. We gonna continue to feed y'all with this righteous, spiritual, unleavened bread that we truly desire to try to sacrifice unto the Lord, our own souls, our own spirit, our own desires, right? All praise to the Most High. We love y'all, Israel. Y'all continue to tune in. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, and what is that? 7 p.m. Eastern? 7:30 Eastern. 7:30 Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. Y'all be sure to tap in, which is 2 p.m. Pacific and 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. Shalom, Israel. We love y'all.
If it wasn't for the Most High who was on my side, man, ain't no telling where I'd be. Mr. Wilson would've known. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. The Father's been good to me. So good to me. Yeah. Wave your hands if you feel me. I'm a witness. Yahweh's been good to me. So good to me. Every morning that I rise, I thank Yahweh that I'm living. Keep my enemies at bay and never leave without my fringes. 16